Hello, my name is Elizabeth Mitchell, and I'm a preschool teacher in the state of New York. I'm going to be doing my action research project on the structured literacy at the preschool level. Literacy is something that I am very passionate about, and I hope that this research will allow me to see deeper into the ways that we can support young students in the area of literacy. One of the main questions that I've decided to focus on for this action research project has been, does the implementation of structured literacy in preschool give students the foundation needed to succeed? This has been something that I've pondered for quite a while now, and it has been something I've been using in my own classrooms, but I wanted to see more evidence supporting it. So I decided to do this action research project to dive deeper into the idea of structured literacy at the preschool level. So I first wanted to tell you some of my reasons for why I chose to dive into this study. Now, there's a multitude of different methods of early childhood instruction that people use across the board. There are some people that use a play-based approach, and there's evidence supporting that, and there's some people that use a more structured literacy approach. And so I really wanted to take this time to research if the structured literacy approach was beneficial and how I could gather evidence to support that idea. Not all students are going to be receiving the same high-quality early childhood literacy instruction that we might want for them. However, I think it is important that us as educators gather data supporting the ideas for why these things are important so that we can have a more universal understanding of what's good for children and try to provide many more students with these opportunities. The goal of this study is to gather information about the structured literacy program that is in use. With this data, we will be able to communicate with families and peers of the effectiveness of the program and allow them to understand why structured literacy can have such a positive impact on preschoolers. At the heart of the structured literacy program, we focus on emergent literacy skills. With the structured literacy program, the students are learning these emergent literacy skills. These skills refer to the process through which a child develops an understanding of the functions of language, symbols, and print. This process is based on meaningful experiences, interactions with language that begin at birth and continue through the conventional literacy phase that is usually achieved in early elementary school. The development of these skills is essential for a child's success, and I think should be fostered in the early childhood years. I hope that my study proves these ideas to be true. The implementation of my study will include 30 minutes of structured literacy instruction daily for the preschool students, 5 days a week, so every day. This will be whole group literacy instruction, and it will be over the course of 1.5 years. Student data will be collected monthly over the course of 1.5 years. While the students will be learning every day, their results and growth will be monitored on a monthly basis. The researchers for this study will gather this data all together at these 4 separate points: at the beginning of the school year, the end of the preschool year, the start of the student's kindergarten year, and mid-year through kindergarten. During the middle of the student's kindergarten year, the research will be completed. There will be 2 types of data collection methods used for this study: quantitative and qualitative. The quantitative data being collected will be monthly assessments of the student's growth. Researchers will use this data to chart how the students are progressing in charts and graphs to see the trends. The qualitative data collected will be done with interviews, and we will talk to preschool teachers of the different methods that they use in order to gain a bigger understanding of why they use the methods that they do. This type of data will see how students progress with different types of teaching through the lens of their teacher. This here is a sample data collection sheet. It is for uppercase and lowercase letter recognition. Each assessment should be conducted over the course of 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the student knowledge, and the graph is only showing uppercase and lowercase letter recognition and not phonemic awareness. To create my action plan, I use this data here. So in the first chart on the left side, it shows the student's uppercase letter recognition. I monitored my students' recognition of uppercase letters over the course of several months. And you can see with the trend lines here, the dotted lines, that there is growth in every area of recognition. Along with uppercase and lowercase letter recognition, the students also had positive outcomes in phonemic awareness. Once again, all of these results are after the implementation of a structured literacy program, proving my point that there is positive outcomes of using a structured literacy program. There are many different stakeholders for an action research project such as this. So the first stakeholder in a situation like this would be the administrators, and they will be facilitating all of the unforeseen conflicts that may arise throughout the action research project. And of course, the other stakeholder would be the students, the ones taking these assessments and providing the data for all of the different areas of research. The students will be the ones providing the data and receiving the structured literacy on a daily basis. The other stakeholders include the teachers and the families. The role of the teachers will be to collect all of this data and administering all of the structured literacy instruction on a daily basis. The families will continue supporting their students' learning at home and will give a consent to the researchers to have their students' data be used in the action research. I hope that through this action research project, students will continue developing a stronger set of emergent literacy skills. Students will be more academically prepared for the work they will encounter in kindergarten. Students will be more confident in their academic abilities, and growth across the students will be positive and reflective of literacy instruction provided to them through the structured literacy program. Students will yield higher emergent literacy skills prior to the start of kindergarten. Families will be able to see their student growth in literacy and support their student with specific learning goals that they might have. Administrators and teachers will be able to monitor student growth and modify instruction to best support the student's needs. Overall, this action research project is to benefit the early literacy skills of students. Thank you very much for listening to my action research project. Here are some references that I used for my research along the way. I hope you enjoyed.